Hello, my name is Peter Drucker, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts about management as a liberal art. We often think of management as a cold science, a sterile process where numbers rule and decisions are made based on cold statistics. Full of numbers and lonely decisions, a path taken in the solitude of an office, in front of a lit screen. But real management is much more. It's a complex and fascinating universe that goes beyond spreadsheets and balance sheets. It's a liberal art, a field that connects history, nourished by lessons from the past and experiences gained over time. Philosophy, which invites us to think about the purpose and meaning of our actions. Psychology and ethics, which help us understand the complexity of human behavior and make fair and responsible decisions. Managing means dealing with people, not machines. It's about understanding their needs, their hopes, and their fears. To lead well, it's not enough to know about finances. It's not enough to master numbers and formulas. You have to understand life, people's motivations and fears, connect with their humanity, and understand their desires. A good manager is like an orchestra conductor. They know the score and each musician. They know how to bring out the best in everyone and how to blend their individual talents into a collective symphony. Empathy is their main tool, the ability to put oneself in someone else's shoes and understand their point of view. Managing is building bridges and creating together. It's fostering collaboration and teamwork to achieve common goals. This approach transforms our career and our life, allowing us to grow as professionals and as people. We become architects of possible futures, visionaries capable of imagining a better world and working to make it real. Thinking about the impact of our decisions on people and society, taking responsibility for our actions and seeking the common good. Management becomes a tool for social change, a driving force for progress and transformation. An opportunity to create fairer and more humane environments, where each person can develop their potential and feel valued. Let's forget the old textbooks. Let's leave behind outdated formulas and rigid rules. And think of management as a constant conversation, an exchange of ideas and perspectives that enriches and strengthens. A conversation with the team, clients, with everyone who is part of our ecosystem. Our values and with ourselves, a deep reflection on what truly matters. Learning to listen and observe is key. It's the foundation for understanding the world around us and making informed decisions. The best decisions don't always come from data. They aren't always found in reports and statistics. Sometimes they come from an intuition shaped by experience, a gut feeling that comes from accumulated wisdom. Management is about sensitivity, humanity, and vision. It's the ability to see beyond the obvious and connect with what's essential. It's not just about doing tasks. It's about designing the future. It's about creating a legacy that lasts beyond time. And that's what makes it so powerful, what makes it a force capable of transforming the world. Every successful management rests on three main pillars, three things that support any project or company. People, the human capital, the most valuable part of any organization. Decisions, the compass that guides the way, the constant choice between different paths. And change, the only thing that stays the same, always adjusting to a world that's always moving. First, really understand what people need. Know that we're not just numbers, but complex human beings with dreams, hopes, and endless potential. A good manager truly cares for their team, helps them grow, and builds a strong feeling of belonging, making a place where everyone feels important and part of something bigger. Second, making smart choices for the future. Managing means making decisions with facts, gut feelings, and bravery. It's about taking smart risks and being responsible with honesty. Making decisions takes courage to face what's unknown and vision to see what's coming. Third, actively managing change. The world is changing super fast, and staying still, clinging to the past, means you'll fail. A good manager sees change as a chance, guides their team through big changes, and turns the unsureness that comes with it into a strong source of drive and new ideas. These three pillars aren't separate things, they're all linked together. The best choices always think about how they affect people, and change can only work if it's told clearly, openly, and well. Management, seen as a liberal art, teaches us to see and understand these important connections. It's not just about hitting numbers, but about how we get there, and the values that guide us. It's about who we become along the way, the personal and work growth we experience. The real impact goes way beyond just the money made right away. Managing is building a better future with understanding, wisdom, and a deep grasp of what it means to be human. It's about leading change bravely, instead of being scared of it and fighting it. And it's about taking care of the people in the organization every step of the way, giving them support and chances to grow. Only then can you create a truly alive, successful, and strong organization, able to get through anything. Only then can you leave a mark that lasts forever in the world. If management is an art, its canvas is human nature. You can't lead without understanding what it means to be a person. A good leader knows that emotions and mixed feelings affect every decision. They work with them, they don't ignore them. Every team member is special. Having different kinds of people makes things better. The challenge is to create a place where everyone can do their best. Trust is the foundation. People need to feel safe to come up with new ideas and share them. Real appreciation changes the whole mood. Leading means building respect, teamwork, and support. These skills aren't learned in a class, but in everyday life. Understanding others starts with understanding ourselves. That's the hardest and most rewarding journey. Making decisions is what a manager does every day. It's a constant part of their routine. But the most important ones, the ones that set the direction, need more than just cold, hard facts. Logic is super important. It's the base for how we figure things out. But real life is tricky, has many sides, and sometimes just doesn't make sense. This is where your gut feeling comes in. It's not magic or just blindly believing. It's all your past experiences, really knowing your field and understanding how people work. The best leaders listen to that inner voice, that feeling that comes from experience, and they balance smart thinking with their gut feeling, that little spark that sometimes shows the way. Making good decisions is what leadership is all about. It's not just picking the easiest choice or the one that seems safest, but how you get to that choice, the steps you take to make the best decision possible. A good manager encourages open talks, helpful discussions, and really listens to different ideas. They create a safe place to ask questions, to bring up concerns, and to share different points of view. This way, the team feels like they're part of the process and they stand by the final decision. Balance is key, not getting stuck from too much thinking and not just acting without thinking. The trick is knowing when to look closely at every little thing and when to trust your gut. That feeling that makes you want to do something. Acting bravely, making tough choices, and being humble enough to learn from mistakes you make. Deciding is like always walking between cold logic and the warmth of your heart. It's leading with kindness, understanding what people need and what they hope for. And it's calmly accepting that making mistakes is also a necessary part of the journey to success. That's how you grow as a professional. That's how you lead successfully and with purpose. Leading and managing aren't the same thing, even though both are super important. Managing brings order, it plans and keeps things in check. Leading drives change and helps everyone see the big picture. A manager makes sure things run smoothly, while a leader inspires and motivates people for the future. Without managers, a group gets stuck. Without leaders, it's like a boat without a rudder. Real success comes from using both roles together. There are times to get things done and times to inspire. The trick is knowing when to wear each hat, being flexible and knowing what your team needs in each situation. A leader who also manages and a manager who also leads, that's the secret. Being able to do both makes us flexible and effective. That's how you build strong groups that can bounce back. That's how you really succeed. Change is the biggest challenge for any organization. It always brings uncertainty and resistance. The first step is to accept those fears, not ignore them. Honest and constant communication is key. Explain why, the vision, and listen to concerns. Silence only feeds rumors and fears. Keeping morale up is essential. Recognize efforts and celebrate small wins. The leader's support is vital during the change. Involving the team in the process reduces resistance. Giving autonomy and asking for opinions turns people into the main actors of change. This way, the change becomes lasting. Change is not forced, it's built together. And that is true leadership. Learning faster than your competition is the only lasting advantage. The organizations that do well are the ones that make learning and getting better all the time part of who they are. Leaders should be the first to learn and admit they don't know everything. Feeling safe to speak up is key. People need to feel free to try new things and make mistakes. Mistakes are chances to learn, not failures. Sharing what you know makes the company more valuable. Places to share ideas and things you've learned are super important. When everyone thinks together, it's better than just one person. A culture of learning turns fear into curiosity. That's how you grow. That's how you make it. In management, how you do things is just as important as what you do. Ethics and values are the compass for every decision. Real values show up in daily actions, not just on the walls. Leaders need to clearly show they stand for these values, especially when things get tough. Ethical choices are rarely simple. They need careful thought and thinking about how they affect everyone. An ethical culture brings in good people, builds loyalty, and lowers risks. Respect and fairness create safe and productive places to work. Ethical management is the right thing to do and the smartest thing to do. It's the base for a lasting legacy. True success is measured by the good we bring to society, and that goes beyond any financial report. Managing is a liberal art, a journey of constant learning and growth. It's not about titles, but about daily actions and thoughtful choices. Leadership is an attitude, not a position. Think about it. How can you use these ideas in your own life? Listen more, judge less, and help others feel safe and grow. You don't need a fancy title to lead, just the desire to inspire and care for people. Being understanding, ethical, and a good listener makes us better at our jobs and better people. We build healthier relationships and a fairer society. The path of a leader is the path to becoming a more human version of ourselves. Don't just manage resources, grow talent, inspire purpose, and care about people. Welcome challenges and never stop learning. True success is the good impact you have on other people's lives. That's the legacy that really matters.